What is up, friends? Thanks for being here. You know how we do it. We are coming at you again with another episode of the Daily Dose. Yesterday was day 223. That means today, day number 224. You got it. Hey, if you need a copy of the Bible reading plan that we are using as we walk through the Bible over the course of a year, you can find a link down below in the description. Click on that link, and it will download a PDF file directly to your tablet, phone, PC, laptop, Mac, Android, whatever device you're using. It'll download it to that, and you can check it out and follow along with us each day. So today we are, again, continuing through the book of First Chronicles. We have got chapters 22 through 24, and we also have Psalm number 69 on the plate for today. So what we're going to do, just like we did yesterday and in some recent previous days, because the book of Chronicles is sort of a recap of things that have happened, we're just going to give a very brief sort of outline, an itemized list of the major talking points, things that happen in today's reading. And then I'm going to move on to Psalm number 69 and just make a few comments, read a little bit of that, and just share my thoughts about some of that with y'all. So our summary today for Chronicles is actually really short. The first section is about preparations for the temple. Okay. The next section talks about the Levites, which are composed of the Gershonites, the Kohathites, and the Merarites, I believe. And then we get into a section that goes over the divisions of the priests. So the majority of what we read about today has to do with the priests, the priesthood, the temple, that sort of thing, right? Now I'm going to jump down and just read a couple short sections from Psalm number 69. Starting at the beginning with verse 1. It says, "Save me, O God, for the waters have come up to my neck." That automatically makes me think of, drowning. That gives me the impression of somebody who's like maybe down trapped in a well. You're trapped somewhere in water where you don't have a way out, and that water is rising, and you just feel the potential fear and the dread. You just feel like everything's kind of closing in, like your life is coming to an end, right? That's sort of what I think of when I read that verse. And then it goes on to say, "I sink in the miry depths where there is no foothold." Again, I continue to think of somebody who is in this dark, in this depth of darkness almost, and maybe metaphorical darkness, right? And you're starting to lose energy of treading water. You're reaching for a foothold, and your feet aren't grasping anything. They're not making purchase on anything. Then it says, "I have come into the deep waters. The floods engulf me. I am worn out calling for help." And so here I think a lot of us can relate to that, right? Have you ever been in a situation where you just feel hopeless? Whether it is coming in the form of other people who are out to get you, or maybe you're just having your own personal issues where you're struggling with something and you've been praying for God to rescue you from that. Maybe you're struggling with an addiction or a particular besetting sin, and you are just having the hardest time breaking free from that. You feel as if you're trapped in it and you're drowning in it, and you are just asking God, please, please rescue me. I feel like I've been calling out for help so long, and I don't even have the energy to call for help anymore, right? Can any of y'all relate to that? I know I can. I've been there. And then it goes on to say after that, "I'm worn out calling for help. My throat is parched. My eyes fail, looking to my God. You, God, know my folly. My guilt is not hidden from you." So here we see the psalmist expressing what appears to be these thoughts and fears of hopelessness, and fears of defeat, and just fears in general, it would seem. And then we see the psalmist calling out, and it would seem also that he's been calling out so much that he's getting laryngitis, his throat's parched, right? He's getting hoarse because he's been calling out so much. His eyes are failing him. But then it says, "You, God, know my folly. My guilt is not hidden from you." So even in all of this, it appears that David's not trying to blame God or call God out. Like, why haven't you helped me? This is your fault, right? David is still at the end of this acknowledging, hey, I'm a sinner, right? You know my folly. My guilt's not hidden from you. You see it all. And then I'm going to jump forward here a few verses. Going up to verse 16, it says, "Answer me, Lord, out of the goodness of your love. In your great mercy, turn to me." Okay? So here, again, it seems as though David is building on this acknowledgement of his sin and his unworthiness. And he's saying, Lord, out of the goodness of your love, right? In your great mercy. So I don't deserve it, but because you are merciful and you are so full of grace, right? Please, please, Lord, in your love and your mercy, turn to me. And then it says, "Do not hide your face from your servant. Answer me quickly, for I am in trouble. Come near and rescue me. Deliver me because of my foes. But as for me, afflicted and in pain, may your salvation, God, protect me." Are you afflicted right now by anything? Are you in pain? Are you in physical pain? Are you dealing with a physical illness, chronic pain? Are you dealing with a physical illness in the form of COVID? Are you dealing with any sort of emotional pain? Are you dealing with the pain that comes from the loss of a loved one? Are you dealing with the pain that comes from depression? Are you dealing with the pain that comes from unmet expectations in a relationship? Right? Are you dealing with pain right now? Do you feel afflicted in pain? Right? And if so, I urge you to call out like David did and say, "But as for me, afflicted in my pain, whatever that may look like to you, may your salvation, God, protect me." Those are powerful words. Amen. So meditate on that today, friends. Think about that, meditate on that, and that's all I got for now. So, hey, thanks for being here. Appreciate your time. Till we meet again, deuces.